All right, it's the middle of September. It's a video. It's my God, it's not an explanation on a game completes. What's going on? He sounds different. Oh my God, it's a headset. All right, so as stated by the name of this video, I've made some tech changes. Some may call it tech upgrades as well, but we're just gonna call it tech changes slash upgrades. F it, why not? So to kind of explain why I'm doing this, here are some pictures of what the old setup was so people get a rough idea on what I was working with. And I'm now going to explain. So when I play console games, I basically have to have the game practically muted so it doesn't get picked up by the mic. I'm not dealing with that when I want to play Dragon Quest XI S. I'm not dealing with that. I want to actually hear the game and so on. I want to actually have fun while I play it. I wanted to do this with Super Mario Maker 2. I wanted to do this with a bunch of other games. I didn't really fully get this until now. And he has been doing this for how long? I'm not very smart. So, within regards to that, I wanted to be able to actually hear, experience, blah, blah, blah. So, what it got swapped and why? So, the first thing that got swapped is my TV. I'm just going to explain why first for all three. And I'm going to take Exhibit A and Exhibit B. So let's start off with Exhibit A. Exhibit A is the best way to describe it is it takes RCA audio outputs, so the white and red outputs that you can find on a lot of TVs, and converts it to 3.5 millimeter, which is used for headphones and whatnot. It didn't work. And you might be asking why I'm doing that. Well, apparently you can hook up headphones to a TV through this kind of system. So I went, oh, okay, I might as well do that. It's apparently doable, so I might as well. And as stated, it didn't work. Then I tried this. This is an audio converter, and it has input for a coaxial cable, I think is the correct way. I think it's the correct word. And this didn't work at all whatsoever. I had to actually borrow a wall socket to USB converter, which you normally get with phones, to see if it worked, and it didn't. So there's that. And I think might have realized this, but I'm kind of stupid, and because I couldn't really do it, I was kind of going mentally insane while this was all going on. And there was a part that read that I needed the TV to have the volume specified as a certain type. And the thing is, I can't do that unless I have my remote. And I don't know what the F happened to it, but it has gone to Timbuktu, maybe Madagascar. Maybe it's having a nice vacation in Fiji. I have no effing clue. I have no idea where it went. And I already bought two things that failed. If I buy this and it doesn't work, I'm going to go insane. So I said, F it. I'm going to buy a TV. And what I wanted with this TV was I wanted three HDMI ports, two USB ports, and a headphone jack. And I also wanted a smart TV. Now, the reason for the smart TV is because very, very recently, as in less than like a week ago, by the time this is getting put up, my family has gone into Netflix for the Dark Crystal Netflix show. I'm going to put these down so I don't have them in my hand. Ick. And because of that, I went, okay, I'm on this family plan for Netflix. I'm going to get me some Netflix shows. I'm going to have some nice quality Netflix shows. So, that's the reasoning. And I'll state this right now. Apparently, because of some general tech reason I forgot the name of, I cannot, under any circumstance, actually get two USB ports. I cannot remember the reason. I can't remember the name of the reason. That's that. Why I'm swapping the keyboard. I was using I guess the best way to explain it is standardized keyboard, something that maybe comes in the box for with like pre-built computers and so on. And it worked. Don't get me wrong, it worked. It was usable, it was functional. I just A wanted a new one and B figured if I can kind of make it quieter, that'd be great. So that's what I wanted, like just generally silent. Sorry, not heavy on volume, one that works, that kind of thing. And now for one of the big ones. Why swipe the microphone? There's a couple of reasons. The best way to explain is in regards to how to mute, and this is a petty reason. Okay. See, the big thing about muting is it's very easy to, with the push of a button on this one, and understand what I'm saying to the point where I could have said 80,000 profanities in that short time, and you would have been none the wiser. Okay. With how the microphone is, I have to alt tab or I have to press a button, and sometimes the button I got to press don't really work, so it gets awkward. It takes too long. Got to make it faster. Okay, just for efficiency and everything else. The second thing is, I don't know if people have noticed, even during this video, other videos, you get the idea. I move around a lot because I squirm like crazy. I lean way too much for my own good. I I do too much. I do too much moving, so having the mic be in a standalone spot is very difficult. For the actual legitimate reason, um, see how it used to go is I had a mic arm set up with the microphone obviously on it, and I couldn't get a good general spot with the setup change that I had to make some time ago when I came back to streaming. So I had to put it on my table on the desk, and I would have to move it consistently because it made it difficult to use the second monitor in general, which I need for general stupid reasons. So, yeah, and here's the new setup. So I'm going to explain what I got. The TV is a Hisense Roku TV. It's a smart TV. It's 4K and it's a 43-inch screen. And a fun little story because I know everybody's going to go, why the F is there duct tape on this thing? So, the really nice thing about what I wanted is the screen was too big and I couldn't find anything smaller. I could not find a smaller one. And the best bit was setting it up on the table to where it wouldn't say lopside or break or whatever. Um, it was set up in such a way where the far right side of the TV could not physically be seen from where I'm sitting. I would have to go like this, I guess, and go like this, which is another reason why it's helpful that I, got a new actual effing headset or whatever. So with that said, I had to move the table. And in order to move the table, I had to either move the desk, which is not happening, or I had to move the dresser that's sitting next to the table. My room is kind of cramped. I did not have fun with that. It was very aggravating and tedious and irritating. But it got moved, and from what my mom stated, she said, duct tape it to the table in case you accidentally, whack it or someone whacks it. And a really good example of this happened during the night because I almost whacked the stupid thing. And I went, if the duct tape wasn't there, that'd be very bad. So yeah. That's why it's duct taped. The table is duct taped as well because the sides of it can actually come down. So that's why that one side is duct taped because it's also kind of loose. And I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what's wrong with it. I think it's like the connection thing is wonky or it's not there anymore. I can't remember. All I know is I just can't. So that's that one explained. So in regards to the keyboard and headset, we'll start with the keyboard. They're both HyperX, by the way. The keyboard is a HyperX Alloy Core RGB membrane gaming keyboard. And in case you didn't see it from the picture, I'm pretty sure it's in the picture for context. It glows in pretty colors. And I'm looking at it right now. Look at all them pretty colors. I can actually show this probably. So look at all the pretty colors. I hit my microphone because I'm intelligent. Look at all the pretty colors. It's also not super light, so it doesn't move all that much. You could probably kill a man with this thing, although you could probably kill a man with a normal keyboard. So it's nice in context, and the keys aren't too bad. So it's a nice thing. It's quiet, which is a bonus. It's one of those things that I wanted. The headset is a HyperX Cloud Revolver S, and the only reason I got HyperX on both ends is I looked up for decent headsets. This was apparently the number one from a couple things, and I went, you know what, I might as well get this, see how it goes. I don't think I sound too terrible. The blah, I could have sworn 100 times. We'll never know. We'll never know. It comes with the ability to do Dolby surround sound, which is nice sometimes. It's also not as loud as my old pair of headphones, which is a blessing and a curse because if I want to listen to music, it means that my old pair was far better, and this one is not as good. So there's that. But yeah, there you go. That's that explained. I'm also going to explain streams. So the streams yesterday were basically me doing stress tests on this stuff, making sure it works. Also making sure that there wasn't a visible delay between the console appearing on the screen and me talking. So now instead of it being, where this is going off and this is like a second later, now it's equal and it's great. So yeah, does not work with this though. Face cam, I can't delay. So we're not getting face cam at all under any circumstance. But then again, I wasn't going to do that anyway. So there you go. That's that explained. I think I'm done. I don't think there's any other information I need to explain. This actually went on longer than the first time I attempted this. Wow. Boom. Actually, I forgot one thing. Part of the reason I'm not doing streams is I have to move a giant effing gigundo piece of crap TV that is about. You see where my head is? Take like 20 of these. 20 things in my head. And you get a rough idea on about the length, width, height of this thing. It's probably not even 20. It's maybe more like 50. It's a very effing big TV. So, yeah, now I'm going to go by.